All right, let's talk about your workspace. So now that you're going to be at home and that is going to be like your classroom, you're going to want to try to set up an area that you can work in. Now, some of you might live somewhere where you have an area, and some of you might not. You might live with a lot of different people, and so you might not really have an extra space. So, we'll talk about some suggestions for you on where you could do that, but I do want to kind of show you my setup here. So I do actually have a spare room, so that's where my stuff is. So I have my setup here. I have a desk and a chair, and you can see that I have my Chromebook set up. I have area to work so I can write. So I have room for a notebook, okay? I have something that holds my pens and pencils and things like that. So this is just one suggestion for you. But this is a little behind the scenes on what my classroom looks like at home. Okay, little dry erase board if I need it, and a bookshelf behind me. And also excuse any mess that you see here. All right, when we do hands-on activities, we'll probably do those in the kitchen. So I am gonna try to conduct some science labs and ask you to get certain materials, and I will likely set that up in my kitchen. And so here's a little quick tour of my kitchen, okay? And I'll probably put you guys up here on the little counter. And I'll do some sort of science lab with you, okay? So, now for you, you might just use, if you have a dining table, your dining table. You might just sit in an area in your living room. But no matter what, make sure you're in an area that's free from distractions and noises if possible, okay? So just keep that in mind. You are going to want to have something to write with. You are going to want to have some basic school supplies, notebooks, like computer paper, white paper, because there will be times where I ask you to create something. We might do graphic organizers or foldables where we're folding paper, and I'll, show you the directions on how to do that. So just keep that in mind for as you start to think about how to set things up. Now, the first week, we're just all kind of getting used to it, but some of you chose to stay virtual for the first 9 weeks. So that's all the way up until October. So just make sure you're starting to think about where is the best place for you to work. And you can also change that up a little bit. So last year in spring, some of my students were working outside. But if you're outside, just know that it's hard to see a Chromebook screen and usually even a cell phone screen. So you just have to think about that, okay? All right, well, if you have any other questions about what you need for your home setup for your own little classroom and your own little workspace, please feel free to post in the discussion any questions you might have, okay? All right.